Hey guys, welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. And today I'll be teaching you how to play Luke Bryan's Kick Up the Dust. Now this is country pop at its finest, but probably its cheesiest as well. But I love Luke Bryan and his songs are very catchy. Now starting with the basics, this song is in standard tuning and you'll need a capo on the 4th fret. So there's only 4 chords you'll need to know for this country pop song. And they are E minor, C, G, and D. So for the verse, it's very simple. We only have 3 chords. It goes E minor, D, and then E minor, and it repeats. The strumming pattern for the verse is really simple. It's just going to be one downstroke that's held out for quite some time, and then a up, down, up, down. Now the up, down, up is where you'll be playing the D chord, and then that last down, you go back to the E. So it's pretty quick though, so the chord transition has to be quite fluid. So this is how the strumming pattern should sound like. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 3, up, down, 2, 3, and that's repeated. So in succession, it should sound like this. Down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3. And when you put the chords to it, it should sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Up, down, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Up, down, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. That's the verse. Alright, so for the chorus, we're going to need to learn 3 lines of chords, alright? So the first line of chords is E minor, C, and D, okay? And the E minor is played for quite some time, and the C and the D are just strummed once, okay? So the strumming pattern for this particular line of chords is pretty long, so I'm going to break it up into 2 lines. Hopefully that'll help. So it goes down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's the first line. And the second line is down, 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 up, down, down. So the first line, slower. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And the second line, down, 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 up, down, down. Alright? So the E minor is played for all of those strums except for the last 2 down, downs. Okay? And that's where we hit the C, D. Okay? Alright, so that first line of chords should sound like this. 1, 2, 3. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. And I'll play it again. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. Now you repeat that twice and it'll sound like this. 1, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Cool. So the second line of the chorus and the third line of the chorus are very simple in the strumming pattern. It's just going to be all down, up, 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 down, up. Alright? So the second line of the chorus is just C, G, D, and E minor. So it'll sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the third line of the chorus is just going to be C and D, except they're held out a little longer than the previous chords. So the third line sounds like this. Alright, so altogether the chorus should sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so in the verse in the intro, there's this cool riff that's played throughout. Now I have a link to the tab for that riff below, and you could go there to help you out. But I'm going to also show you kind of how to play it here, and so you can actually hear what it sounds like, as opposed to just looking at numbers on a page. So our hand position is going to be index finger on 6th fret on the D string. So that's our first note right there. And our hand positioning should not change from here, right? Now each finger will be designated a fret. So index finger on 6th, middle finger on 7th, ring on 8th, and pinky on 9th. Okay? So that's our first note. Our other notes are 9th on B string, 7th on B string, 8th on G string, 6th on G string, and finally 7th on the E string. Alright? And all together, the riff should sound something like this, alright? Now there's two phrases there. They're both exactly the same, except for the second phrase, we don't hit that high string at the end. So listen out again. Okay, now I'm going to play this with some close-up shots so you can see my finger positioning and how I pick it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the verse riff, pretty simple. So the post-chorus has another cool riff that we can play. The finger positioning will be exactly the same. We want our index on 6th, pinky on 9th. All the notes are pretty much the same, except there's another one added, and there's a little bit of a slide. So we start on the high 9th fret B string note, and it should sound something like this. Now those two phrases are exactly the same. The only difference is their last lines. Alright? So in the first phrase it's, and in the second phrase it's. So the second one's pretty straightforward, but the first one has a slide in it. So you'll have to pick, slide down to 8th, pick, slide down to 8th. That's the only time you're going to change your finger positioning at all, and your ring finger will be moving to the 9th fret in order to slide down twice, alright? So you hit, slide, and it should sound like that, alright? So altogether the riff sounds like this. Alright, now I'm going to play this again through a couple of times with some close-ups so you can see what I'm doing with the picking hand and fretting hand. And one more time. Now I'll be playing the verse and the chorus, and I'll attempt to sing along as well. I'll just be singing the odd line here and there, but it'll be definitely enough for you to feel the context of everything. All week long it's a farming town, making that money grow. Tractors 1,000 flashing lights, backing up a 2-lane road. That's on a pie. Then I told her, come on girl, kick it on back. See 71 like a Cadillac. We going out where there ain't no telescope field. Now again, the link to the tab and chords are below. Leave your comments and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.